Hello, freelance writers, and welcome to another live teaching. If you caught the first live teaching the other day, this will be kind of a continuation of that one. So glad to have you back. If you did not catch that first one, then I'm happy to have you now. And I really would encourage you to go back and watch that first one because we will be building on that a little bit today. So these two go together really well. And why I'm excited about this, I'm excited that you're here. The reason is because these first two questions that I'm doing this live teaching about came from the Facebook comments and people direct messaging me. The first one that we covered the last time was what is freelancing and how do I know if I'm good at freelancing? And then this one is more about how do you get started, which we covered a little bit the last time on that first live teaching, but I'm gonna go a little bit more in detail tonight and add some personal experience and teach you the exact strategy and method that I used to go full-time from freelance writing. And that's what we're gonna do. So that's a quick overview of what we're gonna do tonight. So thank you for being here, and here we go. So quick background, if you've not heard me say this before, I have been freelance writing for about 15 years now, and I started out with just one magazine article in one, well actually I started out with a brochure. I was hired to write this brochure. I got a check for like $300. I thought I won the lottery. It was good money at the time, and as I said in the first live teaching, when I realized that I could make money at home in my spare time by writing in my spare room, in our spare bedroom, it was actually a borrowed computer I had at the time when I got started, and people would pay me to do that. I thought that was great. So how I got started was with that pamphlet. But then to make it more consistent, because that was just a one-off thing, to make it more consistent, as soon as I heard about a new local magazine in our hometown, Owensboro, Kentucky, where I live, they had just started a magazine called Owensboro Parent Magazine. So I reached out to them, I pitched them this idea. The idea was Kids Eat Free calendar. So it was basically which restaurants in town would have Kids Eat Free nights or Kids Eat Free menus or specials or deals or whatever, 99 cents, whatever. So I pitched them that idea, they loved it, they ran with it. And so then the next month, they were like, hey, do you have any other ideas? And I pitched them another idea and they liked it and they ran that. By the third month, they were giving me assignments. So it went from one assignment to 2 or 3 assignments every month, because at the time they were printing every month, I believe. Now it's every other month. But anyway, that's how I got started in freelance writing. So magazine writing, magazine articles was really my niche. That's how I got started, and things grew from there. So that's basically how I got my first $1,000, was that pamphlet that I told you about. And then that first year of magazine articles, because I would get, 13 cents a word, 15 cents a word for a 500 word article or 750 word article. And over the course of that first year, those added up. So that's how I got my first $1,000, which is the theme of tonight. And I want to use that example to just give you an idea, an example of how it worked for me, how it can work for you, and then how it can grow from there. So for me, how it grew from that one magazine, a local magazine, from one article to several articles every month. After that, I started just putting out feelers and writing query letters or emails, sending pitches to other magazines. And what I did is exactly what I would teach you or any other freelance writer, and that's start local and then build up and grow out from there. I'll tell you a little bit more about that, but for me, what that meant was I started in my hometown, and then I started looking at, well, what other Kentucky magazines are there that I could write for? So I ended up getting an assignment for, or actually an idea that they picked up for Kentucky Outdoor Magazine, and then eventually Kentucky Monthly Magazine. And then I just went on a kind of a pitch spree, writing query letters and sending emails to all these different magazines. I just started researching. And to try to make this a little bit easier for you, I've actually got a list of 10 sites or magazines or online places, whatever, that will pay freelance writers. So I've got a list of about 10 sites where you can find freelance writing gigs. And so I'm happy to send that to you for free. If you just direct message me your email or email me, I'll email that to you. So that's what I did, and that's what I teach. Start local and then grow out from there. And I will tell you that in the magazine world, and maybe copywriting and freelance writing in general, when you go that strategy, that method of pitching people, writing query letters, sending them out, hoping for a response, I remember one night I sat down and sent out 10 and I got one yes. So that's 9 no thank yous or flat out no's, but one yes. And so that's how I got one more job. And that particular job was actually for a state tourism office, like a summer visiting, summer activity, you know, hiking, biking, music festivals, kind of a tourism draw website that they were looking for. And I just like to hike. And so anyway, it all worked out. But what I'm trying to give you is a little bit of a warning, is just for me, just a general rule of thumb. If you're cold calling or cold pitching, sending out query letters, things like that, you can expect about 10 no's to one yes, but you get that yes. That's one way to go about it. So I kind of layered that on top of my consistent job that I already had, or at least freelancing income that I was already getting through these local magazines. So I was layering it on top of that. And so when I teach people to start local and grow out from there, reach out from there, and what I say is you work your way up and you build your way out. And what I mean is to start prioritizing and layering in other jobs. And the trick to that, and what I did and what I teach other people and new freelancers to do, is to, once you get several different jobs, you kind of prioritize the consistent ones and the higher paying ones, and then just switch out that bottom rung of, like, I like to picture it like a ladder, if you can picture a ladder. So you're trying to build these rungs of your different layers of writing, okay, let's say that. And you want to prioritize at the top the best paying jobs or the consistent jobs, or jobs that you just really enjoy and you like the editor or the boss or the, you know, the business owner, whoever is hiring you to do the writing. So keep that at the top, and then try to fill in the rest of the gaps, or the rest of the rungs underneath that. And then that's where that really comes in, what I just said a while ago, where that comes in really well is you just replace that lowest job, either the lowest paying or inconsistent or the one-off or whatever, and just replace that. That way you're always building up better jobs, more consistent jobs, jobs that are more fun, better paying. Then you've got those higher priority, and you just keep on switching out the bottom. But the way you fill your ladder, that's the analogy I like to use. The way you fill your ladder is just in the beginning, taking every opportunity you can, every job that you can. And then once you have some under your belt, once you've got some experience and you've learned a little bit, and you gain a little confidence and all of that, then you can start being more selective and more choosy. So that's a real quick overview, but that's exactly how I did it. That's how I earned my first $1,000 my first year. And then how I grew that, doubled it, tripled it the next 2 or 3 years. And for me, that was magazine articles, layering those in from other places. So I had my consistent thing, but then I was also pitching and writing query letters and trying to get more income coming in through other jobs like that. And then I also branched into some copywriting, like I mentioned the last time. And then the first live teaching is I did some one-off copywriting jobs too. And then eventually down the road, over the years, is where I had the opportunity to ghostwrite 4 books, and those all came from magazine articles. So that's just a little bit of a background. That's how I did it, and that's the strategy that I teach and the method that I would recommend to anybody else. Excuse me. Let me check my notes here. I went through that pretty quick, but I think, okay, so let's just do a little recap here, all right? Everything that I've said so far, this strategy and the method is this. First of all, when you're just starting out, take everything. Take every opportunity, say yes, just get some experience, get some income coming in, and word of mouth starts spreading that way. That kind of helps. That's how you get better. That's how you get better at it and better writing. And then branch out from there. Like I said, that ladder analogy, build up your ladder, replace the lowest job, and then you can try new things and keep consistent work at the top, build up and build around that, fill your ladder, and then you can be choosy. So that's one way to do that. Now, I mentioned a while ago, I do have this cheat sheet that I'm happy to send you with 10 websites that pay, or different places that pay, that you can find online, because different people have different feelings about these sort of things, but there are some very popular places that you can find work, like Fiverr, for example. And then there's some other ones that are a little more niche down, like Pro Blogger is one that is pretty popular. But these are places that you can just get on there, find jobs, find opportunities, and just go after them. And so there's a lot more opportunities now, I can tell you that, than there were 15 years ago when I got started doing this. But they're out there if you're willing to hustle and put in some effort to put yourself out there a little bit. So I'm happy to send that to you. Just direct message me your email, and then I will send that to you. I also have a free ebook. I've been mentioning this several different times on the Facebook website, on the Facebook page, I mean. This free ebook that I'm happy to send you also, it's another freebie. It kind of goes more in detail about that whole ladder thing I was talking about and gives you some more my background and more experience from me. But that's awesome to have also. So I'm happy to send that to you. Again, I can also drop the link for that in the comments. I'll try to do that. So, all right, that was a lot. There's a quick breeze through that, but I hope that helps. That's exactly what I did. Now, if you're interested, I do have an opportunity for you. I'm just gonna kind of spill the beans here, let the cat out of the bag, so to speak here. But I am working on something that I'm really excited about. Excuse me, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. Excuse me, thank you. I'm really excited about this. It's not quite ready yet, but I'm looking for people who will kind of test it out for me to be a test member for this website that I'm working on. But basically, to give you an overview, what this is an online membership. So let me tell you about it real quick if you want some more details. If not, you can jump off and that's totally fine. But before you jump off, do please get that free ebook. I'll drop the link in the comments so you can grab that, or direct message me. So I've got that list of 10 websites to pay, and I've got that ebook for you. So before you jump off, please do that. But if you're interested in what I'm telling you about with this online membership, let me tell you some more, because I'm looking for a handful of people that can kind of get in there and check this out before we unveil it and make it live to everybody, because it's not quite ready yet, but I need some people to get in there and check it out, make sure everything works, make sure it makes sense, and give us some feedback. So let me give you the overview real fast. You may have heard of an online course or coaching. A lot of those kinds of things are really popular right now and have been the last several years. But what I'm working on is a little bit of a different twist on that, because I do have this workshop that I've recorded. That's a 3-hour workshop at my local library. I've got that, and instead of making it an online course, I wanted to set that up into a monthly membership. And then we also have a community aspect to that and some coaching that goes around that. So that's what it is. An online membership is those 3 things. It's content, it's community, and it's coaching. It's all kind of wrapped up together. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. With the content, what we have is the welcome workshop. That's the live workshop that I recorded at our local library. So it's about 3 hours. It's broken into about 6 different 30-minute chunks. So you can work through it just like an online course, but it's right there in the membership. So that's the first thing. The second piece of content I'm really excited about, we're working on it right now, putting the finishing touches on it. We're gonna start releasing videos once a week very, very soon, once we get some test members in here to kind of check out the other stuff. But I'm calling it a mini conference. So where the welcome workshop is me teaching what I know from my 15 years experience in 6 hours or 3 hours, then the mini conference is me talking to other freelance writers, experts in their field, their little niche of freelance writing. So you get to hear from them, their experience. So where the welcome workshop is me, the mini conference is other freelancers. So then after that, where the community comes in is just like on our Facebook page. You've already noticed there's comments, there's questions, there's people talking back and forth. You're gonna have that inside the membership as well, but way more in depth because it's like members only. And also you're gonna start hearing from other members. Members hear from members, you know, what's working well for them, how they were able to get these jobs or do this experience or have that opportunity, and just share that with each other. So it goes from learning from me to learning from other freelancers and then learning from each other, member to member. So that's where the content and community comes in. And then the coaching is where I'm gonna go back, and probably some other people on our team, go back and take each of those modules from the welcome workshop and the mini conference and do a group coaching, probably a Zoom call, but a group coaching about each of those topics. And that way it can be more like a roundtable discussion with the people, the members who are going through the workshop and the mini conference. So that's a lot. I know it's an overview, but like I said, what I need is some people to come in there as test or beta members to just get in there and check it out, make sure everything works and that it just looks good, makes sense. It's not too confusing or anything like that. and give us some feedback, me and my team, some feedback so that we can make it really, really awesome and then release it to the public. But it's just not quite ready yet. I'd say it's probably 80 or maybe 90% ready, but I want some people to get in there and just check it out, give us some feedback so we can finalize everything, and then we'll actually open it up to the public. So if that's something you're interested in, I would really, really appreciate it. You'll be helping us out, especially me, but it's also going to be an advantage to you because right now you're helping us build this thing and we can give you some one-on-one attention where we can't once we start having 20, 30, 50 members in this membership. Right now it's just going to be 10, where I'm only going to let 10 in to be the test beta members. So it's a small group, it's manageable. We can get in there, make some tweaks and adjustments to it, and then we will roll it out to the public. So anyway, if you're interested, I would love for you to do that. If you want to be one of the first 10, please let us know and do that. You can either direct message me and I'll tell you more about it, or I'm going to go ahead and put that comment, go ahead and put the link to be a test member in that comment, in the comment section. So you can just click that link. And so what you'll do is just register or sign in for the membership at the founder's rate. But here's the thing, it's not going to cost you anything to be a test member, beta member, because the first month is free anyway. So that gives you a 3-week window to get in there and check everything out for no cost, no charge, no fee. And they just give us the feedback and then we'll talk about it from there, whether you want to actually join or not. But it would be a big advantage to us. I think it'll be a lot of fun for you. If you're interested, click that link and check it out, or direct message me for more information. So thank you for your time. This is much shorter tonight than it was on our first live teaching. But like I said, if you didn't catch that first one, please go back and watch it. I think you'll like that too. And I always appreciate your time. And the last thing I'll say before I jump off here is please keep those comments coming in the chat on the Facebook page, and definitely the questions on Friday, because that's really helpful to me. I was able to do these first 2 live teachings just based off some questions that people dropped in, either the comments on Friday Q&A or throughout the week, or direct message to me. So that's really cool. And as long as people keep asking questions, it helps me to know what to do next. So what to present and what to teach on next. And I think this has been a lot of fun. I hope it's been fun for you. I always look forward to whatever questions and comments are coming in. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun. I just really enjoy talking about writing with other writers, and especially freelance writing. So that's it for now. Look at those comments and look at those links in the comments if you're interested. Like I said, don't forget to grab that free ebook, and we will talk soon. Thank you.